What's up? This is Jordan Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219 Stand Up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man, Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy, Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV live. And I know I'm going to get a little bit livelier. It's going to be all good, all right? Look, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. We starting off a new week. Everybody, I'm glad you guys are here. Thanks for tuning in. Today, the rest of the week, we're going to talk about current events, hot topics, things that are in the news we haven't had a chance to talk about, so you guys gonna hear what we gotta say about it. All right, let's get this started.
Hey.
Whew. That's Dope Living TV live.
Hey, I got the energy for you. I got you.
Cool. Coach.
What it do?
What's happening, Coach? What's going on?
Nothing much. I'm just out here living and chilling.
I love your background.
Oh, thank you. You know, we gotta represent always. Represent real smooth.
Represent.
That's how we roll.
OB.
Momo.
Hey, what's going on, my people?
OB, what's good?
What's going on? Currents.
Everybody
got currents this week.
Ooh, I think we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to catch up on.
We do.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey.
Let's see it. All right, man. Check it out. So, again, this is the week that we just sit back, relax a little bit, but we still want to talk about all the things that are going on out there that we can.
All the things.
All the things your man wants to do.
Yeah, we can't talk about that.
We can, but we won't.
Well, you know, that's a whole different
that
subject.
ain't current events.
It can be current tonight.
Sure can.
Wait, what you say, Mo?
It sure can be.
Stop.
Oh my Lord!
You see what you walked into, Marcy? Oh my! I'm glad you joined me. Thank you, Marcy.
Current events.
You see how they clowning already?
What did I just? Oh Lord, help!
We got to start somewhere, Marcy.
That wouldn't
is that what we started?
That wouldn't be a current event. That's a recurring.
Jeff started it.
He said a recurring event.
Recurring.
Yes, recurring. Okay. I like that, Greg. I like that.
Recurring event.
Yeah, I'm glad. I guess you did.
I think on my feet sometimes.
I'm married. I can have it recurring.
Recurring.
Yes, ma'am.
You can actually recur 3-4 times.
Cut up already.
It's Jeff, man.
Thank you, Greg.
I tried to stop it.
Let me tell you, when I was
He started it.
Get started. Look, we're gonna start off with a topic that everybody's talking about, and there's some pros and cons to it in the conversation, and that's about WNBA star Brittney Griner. I'm sorry,
Griner.
As I said, she plays for the Phoenix Mercury. She's a 7-time WNBA All-Star. She's a 2-time gold medalist, and she is the first openly gay athlete signed to an endorsement deal by Nike. Now, I think where the story turns is that she also played for the Russian team during the WNBA's offseason. She went to Russia, and I guess she was getting ready to get on a plane. And she had some
vape
cartridges in her, and she also provided documents that showed that the hash oil was legally prescribed. But you know, you in somebody else's country, you got to chill out a little bit. You could have, you know. So she got sentenced to 9 years in prison for carrying less than a gram of hash on. And last month, even, she was just transferred to a prison colony to serve out those 9 years. But by turn of fate, she was released. Now, the question might be, there was another guy over there. He's been there forever.
2018.
Brittney just got there. Yes, she got sentenced, but she got out there first. Was it her celebrity who did that, in you guys' opinion, or what? You know, let's talk about it.
That's what I think. I think that played a role.
Yeah. I'm in agreement. I think the same thing, that it had a lot to do with her celebrity status. But then when you also look at it, he's accused of, the other guy, I believe Whelan, was accused of espionage. Now, a lot of people, when you caught in Russia, that's they're a spy. But then look at, he had citizenship of in 4 countries as well. So maybe it was because of his what he was found guilty of, that possibly. But then when you look at who Griner was swiped for, what the heck?
Yeah, so that's the other part, Marcelo.
Yeah, that's that half. Yeah.
Byron says Paul Whelan could have been released by Trump. He did nothing. Some people are upset because a black woman got released first. All right, and you know that plays a part in it as well. But you know, let's get back to what Marcy said. All right, we traded Brittney, who had less than a gram of hash, for a convicted arms dealer.
Come on,
what does that say about the United States? You know, about what we, you know, value. You know what I'm saying? What does that say?
Well, you know what? It's so much that goes into this. It's a lot deeper than, you know, what we see.
Right.
First and foremost, I agree with Byron. There's a reason that Whelan wasn't released. He rubbed some people the wrong way. He rubbed some people the wrong way, and now you're asking to come save me. Yeah, they're not gonna do that, right?
Isn't he still an American though? He's still an
American. He's still an American.
Yeah.
But you know what? There's a lot of things that's not being said. They keep saying he was a U.S. Marine vet, but he was dishonorably discharged. But every time you look at the papers, it's saying this veteran Marine, like, you know, they're just glorifying him. And I'm not saying that he shouldn't have been brought home. I'm not saying that at all. But let's call a spade a spade. Let's put all the facts out there and not just what you want people to see. So now that they traded one person, a black female, gay female. Now that they've traded her to come home for somebody else who they, you know, say is a spy and he's, you know, a murderer, and, you know, but, you know, so what? Had they brought him home, wouldn't people have been upset about that?
Okay, but
wouldn't they have been upset about that?
Yeah, and I truly believe that they would have said some things like, okay, it's because she's a black woman, they didn't bring her home. Because she's gay, they didn't bring her home, and things of that nature. But you hit on a point, Gina, and something that I said also. Who did he rub the wrong way? He was dishonorably discharged. And again, he had citizenship in 4 different countries. Double agent, triple agent, quadruple agent. We don't know all of the details. You hear the media, some media is correct. And we know a lot of times the media is not correct. And they're not going to tell us everything. This is political. It's government. We're not going to know everything.
Okay, but look at what Byron says again, okay? Byron been doing his homework. Paul Whelan traveled to Russia to attend a wedding and was detained. He was not on any official business, and he was discharged from the service. All right?
Yeah, he was discharged. Yes, he was.
He was.
But think about it. I mean, if I'm an agent, am I going to go in with business? Like, yeah, I'm going to say I'm at a wedding. We don't know, if that
we don't know what he really there for.
You know? You never know. I mean, there's a reason they didn't bring him home, and you know,
well, I'm gonna take a different approach because sometimes here in America we worry more about status of people than the story. You know what I mean? You know, Whelan can be on the caliber of a few people. You know what I mean? Who have been caught up over there, whatever, and we wanted to come back and all this other stuff like that. What makes a better story? You know how America is. We glorify veterans, regardless whether they've done right or wrong. The veteran stage always trumps, because what did they do? They fought for the country. They could have died for our country. So then when you take a story like Brittney Griner, now there's a lot going on with that. She's a WNBA athlete. She's black. And when we start talking about the gay stuff, that ropes in the LGBTQ and all that other stuff, and we know the type of influence that they have. So you know what I mean? It's a lot that goes into that portion that I look at. I think it's entertainment too.
So basically what you're saying is basically what we started off saying, you know, her celebrity and some of the nuances of her life afforded her the opportunity to come home at first. But the other thing you got to think about too is it fair? Okay, if you're getting people out of jail or out of that situation, wouldn't it make sense? And again, these are just opinions, all right? Wouldn't it make sense to go down the line of those that are there, from the oldest ones, you know, not the oldest in age, but the ones that's been
there longer.
Yeah, wouldn't it make sense to go down that hierarchy like that?
Nah, man. Nah, because you got to remember what did Lecrae said in his song. He said, "This is America." That's what he said. He said, "This is America," and when you know how America operates in any country, I'm gonna throw that out there. I'm not just gonna say America because I don't want to make it seem like I'm bashing where I live at. But the thing is that with any country, a lot of times countries and us as people, we do things that will best interest ourselves. So if we can shift it and change a narrative, whether it be through a story or a certain type of person that we either let in and out of our country, you know what I mean? That's the route we're going to take. We're going to take the path of least resistance. You know what I mean?
I get it. But again, you know, and I'm not trying to play devil's advocate. Like I said, there's 3, 4, 5 different sides to this story. Okay. But, you know, right off the bat, like we said at the beginning, her celebrity did play a part of this. Let's keep it 100. All right. But how does that make, you know, your brother is in jail? How does that make the family feel? You know what I mean? Now, that's true. They're trying to put a strong face on and say, yeah, we're happy Brittney's home, but that but word comes in. Okay. How do you think that makes the family feel?
Yeah. And you know what? I want to go back to what you said earlier, Greg. What about those who were there longer? They're not the only 2 U.S. citizens being detained in Russia. You got Mark Fogel. I think he was arrested and given 14 years for cannabis or I don't know, weed or something. It was something else, you know, that was kind of minor. But he was never given the same label as Griner is being illegally detained. That makes a difference when you get that label. Like if you never get that illegally detained, they can't fight for you to come home because Russia is proving there's merit for you to be there.
So her celebrity was a plus and a minus too, because with her being a celebrity, now they want to really target her on this stuff and make her couple of grams of weed seem like she had a acre out there. Okay, Marcy, you had a question?
So did Trump had the chance to get him, but did not bring him home previously, correct?
I don't know.
He could have did the same thing while he was in office.
Yeah, he could have did the same thing.
He could have. But again, I go back to there's a lot I truly believe that we don't know about the story. I can't just see them like was said earlier. They really glorify our vets. And here's a vet. And look at who they swapped Griner for. That to me, that's just me, my little me.
No, I'm with you on that one. I'm
thinking, why? Because of who this other guy is and how precious he is to Russia. You see, they were kissing him and all this as they were going across the tarmac. Why then could we not have gotten more than just Griner? Because that was a heavy hitter. The guy that they got was a big heavy hitter.
And that's one of the other issues. They were saying that it wasn't an even trade.
No.
Like, we just got this small time WNBA player for this big time arms dealer, and there should have been more than just her being traded.
Exactly. That's a huge thing, okay? And what Byron says holds a lot of weight as well. He says this country could only deal with what was willing to be dealt with by the other side. Right?
And
that's true. I can get that.
They wanted, I guess, they just wanted, the other side wanted that arms dealer, a heavy hitter. All right. And, we probably asked for 2-3 people for that one guy. All right. But this ain't Monopoly, man. This is real. These are people's lives. So we could only get what they bargained for. Now, people are saying, well, why did we let, we're a superpower. Why did we let Russia dictate who we bring home?
Well, think about it like this, though. Did Russia really dictate who we bring home? Or was it more so? I keep leaning towards the story, man, because let's think about it like this. What if she stayed over there and she died? You feel me? Now that's a whole different story. That's a whole different narrative of what gets played in. Yeah, war, something like that could happen and pop off, because now you didn't mess with one of our own. You feel me?
Listen, y'all. What they negotiated, we would never know.
Nope.
I don't care what goes in the news, what's in the papers, what's on the air. Whatever they negotiated benefited both sides. I guarantee you that.
Exactly.
For all we know,
facts.
He could be inside, working with the U.S. now. He could be giving information. We don't know what he could be bugged. We don't know.
How long
Brittney Griner could be a robot? No.
How long was he in the United States?
Was it 14 years?
14
years he was locked up.
So he's been chilling, all right? That's cool. David Dabney says, when Whelan received a bad conduct discharge from the Marines and holds citizenship, as you said, in 4 countries. Griner, whatever her name is, was a political stunt by Russia. But Whelan is being held similarly. So, having said that, what honestly, what do you guys think is going to be said or done, or any actions going to be taken since this has happened? They said that Brittney was trying to reach for the man's hand to shake his hand, as she got off the plane and they were doing the exchange. This is stuff for the movies, man. For real, this is stuff.
It's going to
be.
It
is. I can give you a whole lot of conspiracy theories.
It's going to be a movie. It ain't over yet.
Go ahead and make your comment, Mo.
Well, I mean, the thing about the whole thing with Brittney is that, first of all, I mean, this dude's a spy. I mean, period. He got caught in espionage over there. He gonna do his time. They're gonna find a way to get him. But since we had this negotiation and actually was a break, it actually shined a little light on this dude. So he's gonna get a break because of Brittney. I think he's gonna get back over here a lot quicker than he would if he'd just, laid down and did his time.
Yeah.
Well, they already have a movie based on Victor. So I'm pretty sure there's going to be a movie based on what just happened. I think there's 2 movies out there based on him. Nicolas Cage played in one, and then there was another one. I don't know who played in the second one, but there were 2 movies based. Yes. That was one based. That was based on him.
Really?
It was based on Victor.
Wow.
Okay.
So now
there was another movie as well. I can't remember the name of it either, but this is made to be movie. Definitely made to be a movie.
Yeah.
So now Brittney's gonna get richer than she's ever been.
Oh yeah,
Without touching the basketball.
People who didn't know her now.
Publicity.
People who didn't know her knows her now. So yeah, she's going to be picked up by, and she was also a sponsor for Nike, right?
Right.
Yeah.
First
Yeah.
gay person that Nike let represent them. You had another comment?
Yeah, I mean, I think that again, like I said, the lights done got shined on him, so he's gonna get over here. What kind of trade we do to get him here, he's gonna get here. If Brittney had not went to jail, this light wouldn't get shined on him, so he have another chance to get back over here. And a lot of people are saying, "Hey, well, he's a vet, and sure he's a vet, but he's a vet that was accused of crime. It's just like we caught the guy over here, the butcher over here, and we put him in jail,
So does that get so this is, I mean, even though it's politically motivated, do you think this was done to put a feather in the cap? Because the Democrats have been winning lately, all right? And we're going to talk about some more.
There's some political gas on this. Trust me, it is some political gas on
this
too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, that helps Biden. I mean, to say that he brought home a prisoner from Russia. Check mark. I don't know if he wasn't pushing so hard to bring Whelan home. I didn't see the push for him like we saw for.
But he's got a light on him now.
So it's just a thing that we had to get Brittney home. Marcel,
yeah. But even though there's not a light on Whelan, it to me, I'm still saying, and I'm gonna stick this my story. I'm sticking to my story. There's more to it with Whelan. There is something going on, and I'm
exactly
4 citizenships.
Exactly.
Number one, that discharge from the military. Yes, you were a vet, but then you see the movies and you hear about people turning from their country. 4 citizenships discharged, not honorable discharge from the military. That right there, I truly, mark my word, I'd bet on it. I'm not a betting woman. that's gonna come out in the news. Watch, just watch. It's gonna have something to do, and that's why he was not brought home. And that,
Speaking of bets, I just want to get off for a second. Look, everybody was saying Miami was getting ready to kill. What is it? They are LA Chargers now, okay? And I said no, they're not, and I'm gonna bet $1,000 on the Chargers. All right. Then I said, nah, I'm just playing.
Did you miss a lot of money?
I want to know who got the money.
Jeff, you have something you want to say?
Yeah, I had a comment, man, because it's funny how we pretty much drew out the whole scenario for her story to get told on Netflix in like a year.
So
that's what we did, because that's what's gonna happen. What's gonna happen? We laugh about it, but I'm serious, yo, because her story is literally. We do, but her story is literally going to be told on a Netflix documentary. I'm gonna give it a year or 2 years.
It's not gonna take that long.
Yeah, probably not even that long. I was trying to be nice and give some cushion, so they can get it right. But they gonna do it, man, because I'm telling you, it's so riveting. Because when you look at, and that's why I'm playing the celebrity card so hard. It's because when you look at it, you got all these different titles that she covers. You know what I mean? The different endorsements, other stuff like that, and the way that it hit our media. You know what I mean? Yeah. Our own media outlet, the way that it hit us. And you know how it goes. BBC News and all them other stations, they were blowing this stuff up.
Yes.
They were blowing it up. So now it turns into what type of move is America going to make in order to, that's the narrative. What type of move is America going to make in order to get one of their own back? How far are they willing to go?
Right. They're willing to go. Absolutely.
Yes.
David said she was not just a prisoner, but a 2-time gold medal Olympian. Yeah, we mentioned that. No one mentions that about Sister Griner, but it needs to be told. It needs to be told all of her credentials. She does have
so many credentials.
She's done some things, okay? But again, and like I said, I'm glad she's home. I'm definitely glad she's home.
I know she's glad she's home.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. It's an opportunity to get out of the dilemma overseas. People are getting killed overseas, all right?
But you know what? You know what? people need to remember also, America has a lot of, it's kind of lenient when it comes to different, laws and things like that, compared to other countries. So when you're going into other countries, you need to kind of like look at laws and things like that, things like when you're talking about something like the oil, that hashish oil or whatever that she had, and just different things going into another country, you need to kind of like look at these laws and see what goes and what doesn't go. Whether you're a celebrity or not.
I mean, we wouldn't.
Say it again, Gina. Exactly. I'm sorry.
This wasn't her first rodeo.
Go ahead and make your comment, Gina.
Yeah, I wanted to say that first. I want to ask a question of the panel because this has been in my head. Do you guys think she will go back to Russia and continue playing? Because that was
hell no.
That was she.
You left some remaining residue. You left some residue
to supplement
money
her
right.
when at off season to make money.
Yeah,
that's why she was over there to make money during the off season.
I see two sides to that though, Gina. Again, and I'm with Jeff on this. Okay, it's for her because WNBA players don't make a lot of money.
They don't
say that exactly,
which is why she went over to Russia to play. Okay? Do I think that she's going to go back? Hell yeah, she's going back. Okay,
you think so?
I think she might take that bullet and go back.
And I do too. And they're saying that a lot of athletes are saying, regardless of what happened with her, that they're still going to go over there. And especially when it comes to the women athletes, which is, kind of a little bit sad that when you look at the women NBA and the regular NBA, the men and women, the disparity of the pay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because they put in work.
Man, I would not step foot over there on that soil if that was
near. Don't even go to Alaska. That's too close.
When she come, because let's keep it 100. We don't know if she lost her contract over there or what. Okay, she may still be under contract. All right, so she has to. I mean, if I'm not gonna say if I'm her, but I think she'll go back. Byron says she won't go back. I'm sorry, I didn't put it up there. She won't be going back to Russia. There's more money in a book deal or movie deal here, and he's absolutely
he's right about that.
That makes
he's
sense.
right.
Yeah.
Because now, as Jeff said, people are already probably talking to this woman about stuff, or they probably talk on the plane.
She might have been on the plane, right?
Period. They probably talk on the plane, and she chilling. She's saying, "Okay, let me get acclimated back into the United States and this and that." You already acclimated. You only been over there a few months. Okay, let's go.
10 months. That's a long time.
But don't pretend like you ain't still American and you don't know what American do.
Man, every time that camera hit me, I'd have been acting a dunk.
Good morning, America is next.
To that penal colony. That was like the worst of the worst.
It'll be this week.
Wait a minute. That she had to cut her hair because her hair was freezing. What the heck? Her hair was freezing because it was that cold. Are you serious?
Like I said, every time the camera hit me, y'all better come get me.
I'm telling y'all, Good Morning America is
her
next week.
attorneys was advising her on what to say and what not to say when those cameras hit.
Yeah, I'm almost so.
Oprah and them gonna get her. Tamron Hall gonna get her. But whoever gets her, I wish I could get her for us, y'all. I really do, because ratings are gonna go all the way up. Whoever
for a buck.
You can get it for a buck. She's gonna bring her wife on too, so that's gonna make ratings higher. Yeah. All right, she's already. Trust me, and this is just me being in this industry. Trust me, she's being groomed right now as we speak. She's being groomed. What to say, what not to say, what shows to go on, right? For maximum exposure, all right?
Yeah, the agents got a book
ready. Katina, that's who you should be. I mean,
get it, Katina. We counting on you. But the statement I wanted to say, the statement I wanted to make was, it does give a feeling that if another country grabs a U.S. citizen and imprison them, they got us under a stronghold.
Facts.
I mean, that's what it looks like. Well, only if I'm got some status.
There's only one exception. We had some of theirs here. We had some prisoners here. So
I didn't even know we had some.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You don't know.
We got a little bit of everything.
We got a bunch of spies, Russian spies, caged up over here too. So, I mean, to make that trade, first of all, they knew who was over here and knew who was in prison. You know what I mean? If another country decides they're going to snatch a U.S. citizen somewhere, there's going to be some problems, especially if we don't have any of theirs locked down.
So let me ask you guys this, and this can be a yes or no answer. In the grand scheme of things, do we really care?
I care about if they pay to get them back or what? What do you mean?
Do we care that about this whole situation? Do we really care?
You know what? I cared at first until when it first happened. Griner's wife said, "Leave us alone, give us our privacy. We don't, we'll be okay." And then when they weren't okay, then she started reaching out, everybody stand up, help. I was like, you told us to stand down. So, hey, you got this.
I care because
at
the end of the day, that is a human being.
Yes.
Right.
She's had to be afraid. It's one thing getting arrested, possibly in your country, you're speaking the same language, but like she said, all she was hearing was Russian. I'm sure she does speak Russian because she's playing ball there.
She had to.
But when you're in a place that you're not totally familiar with, I care. I'm glad that she's home. The other ones that are there, I pray that they're able to get home as well. But it's a process.
And you do know that at some point in time, probably sooner than later, as we're sensationalizing this, everybody's so happy and this and that, it's going to die down. And then it's going to be a thing of the past until the next thing comes up. R. Kelly's new album.
Old album, new old album.
Wait. Let's not put that out there like this. No R. Kelly album.
No.
Well, he said it wasn't him.
We're gonna say that for another day.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that.
Don't put it out there.
Or not. Okay. Or not. But all in all, man, to get off of this one and get to the next one, man. We're happy. Everybody, I think. United States.
I think everybody's happy she's home. She's a U.S. citizen, a female. We don't want. It's other, like I said, it's other Americans over there, and we have to think about them too. They have families who are missing them, their loved ones. They're feeling the same way that Griner's family felt about her. Right. So we can't just be totally heartless. No. If they committed crimes, I think they should be brought back to the U.S. to stand accountable for their crimes.
Definitely.
But we're gonna move on to our next subject, man. We got, like I said, we got a lot to talk about.
So let's do that. Let's move on to the next subject. Now, I'm sorry.
Now y'all fill me in on this mess. These pictures here. Oh Lord, who big nose and blast from the past. I don't know the name.
Don't talk about the big nose. Don't talk about the big nose.
I'm sorry.
And I don't know who the other dude would be, but and the dude from
Warnok and Herschel Walker.
Yes.
He said
Herschel.
So basically, let's
I'm ready for this.
The Georgia election, the runoff is done. The people, and this is the first time in a long time that you can truly say the people have spoken. All right. And they kept Warnok in office and told Herschel to kiss their ass, all right? Basically. So,
man, can you imagine him running people, like being over people, being over a? I'm glad I'm not in Georgia. That's well, they came out on top because they came out and they spoke. They came out in herds, okay, because they weren't having it.
Yeah, and it's over, it's done, and it's still going to have there's still going to be some conversation. Okay, Mo, you want to say something?
Yeah. Do you know how many skeletons fell out that man's closet once he started running? Yeah, the boneyard right there.
The whole graveyard.
Yeah, just showing up.
But he did
tell you when he was in Texas. When I was there, it was controversial. This dude is, oh Lord.
So let me ask you guys. So we see the caliber of I'll say candidate. I ain't gonna say the person. We see the caliber of candidate that Herschel Walker is and was. All right. Why would anybody back this man and push this man? The Republicans gave him everything, and because they wanted him in office. And I understand the politics, but damn, couldn't y'all pick somebody else? I mean, Pee Wee Herman or somebody?
They needed a puppet. They needed
a black puppet. Go ahead, Marcy.
Yeah.
And you have to ask yourself this question too. You have to look at what we just came out of with the last president we had as well. You know what I mean? After this, don't nothing surprise me no more.
Come on.
I'll be like, oh, they like it down there too, don't they? Okay. They like it all around the country.
But there's another question that comes up now. Warnok, as qualified as he is, and he's been
and he had trouble with this
in there for a minute, but a lot of people that I've talked to and heard, they said, well, he's a preacher. Basically, he's a preacher. How is he going to fairly govern the people?
He's been doing
one-sided. Okay, and Marcy, I'll put that to you.
Okay, a lot of times, and what I've seen in the past, when pastors or men and women of the clergy have run for political office, they step down during the time that they're serving
clergy,
the people. So because you always have the assistant pastors and things of that nature, they're still there, but the majority, their focus is on the politics and their constituents. So that's what I've seen in the past.
Because I'm not going to any rally of his where he get the and ha ha and all of that stuff. I'm not.
I don't like that either.
But
that's
what got him in the office.
It is.
It's what got him in the office because
what got him in the office was Herschel was just an idiot.
Well, but he was in a seat already.
Yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's not like they would just come. This is brand new. Warnock was already doing his job. He was already there.
And see, that's the key.
The dirt that they were supposedly trying to throw up is that he's clergy and all this other stuff. That was just political mud that they were throwing, and a lot all the other stuff. The problem with Herschel Walker's mud, it was real. It had bricks.
It was real muddy, huh? But you know what? Obviously, he was doing his job. He was doing his job. He was working for the constituents. He was doing things, or at least trying to do what he said that he would do. A lot of times when you look at politics, you have these politicians promising everything under the moon and over the moon. And as soon as they get in office, it's like, Jeff who? Gina who? Moby and Greg who? Like, nah, I'm here now. Like, look, and that's not all of them. You do have a lot that are truly for the people. And it's not just my political party. It's for the people as a whole. It's no such thing, I get so upset about the Republicans, the Democrats, and the independents or whatever. It's all of the people. We're supposed to be united. The United States of America, not this party, that party, and then the clown party over here as well. Yeah. And I think that might be one of the reasons that he was voted back in. And one of the reasons why we had to have the runoff is because you have a lot of people that are still for someone else, and they were pushing that agenda, which was to me would have been very divisive. Absolutely. Byron says that Walker wouldn't have been able to explain the laws being made in the Senate. That's funny. David says the Republicans wanted a symbol, plain and simple. Byron says that he was a person who could be controlled and also a coon. Oh, Jesus. A coon.
Yeah, that was my statement.
I mean, and that's
not the coon part.
She said, "Mine is the coon." Wait, hold on, I gotta catch myself.
Put your mouth.
You see, like, oh, Jason.
And I think all week, I'm going to have to recite the
disclaimer
on WNBA Live, not necessarily views WNBA or its affiliates, because we're going to be very controversial, of course, this week. Okay, but these are just our opinions, everybody. You had something to say, Gina?
Yeah, what I'm gonna say is kind of what Byron, not as harsh, but if you believe that Walker was gonna be making decisions in that role, you're absolutely wrong. Yeah. He was gonna just be a puppet. He was not going to be. He couldn't even formulate a word. Sentence correctly.
A word.
Pretty funny, right?
Like The
Roll
funniest
it.
thing, and
One
it
word.
may sound like they were just throwing mud or whatever.
Mhm.
The funniest thing I saw was that commercial where
Mhm.
they showed him making a speech.
Yeah.
And the people, I think it was 3 people on the panel listening to the speech, and they were like, "What did he just say?" Like it
Oh no.
What?
you don't know what he said
No
when he said
entiendo.
it.
Oh, the
No.
Harlem Nights was
Translate that.
He just set himself up for failure. It's just
Yeah.
mm.
Yeah.
So
And, we're laughing, but it's sad.
He's
It
done
is.
But
more.
even if you think about the way he even got to even being
Mhm.
a candidate, it was because he was hobnobbing with Trump.
And that's
Trump
what I
did
want
not come out and back him.
and that's what I want to kind of highlight real quick, because I really do believe after Trump has been in office, everybody and their mama gonna try to run. Little Bobo gonna be running, and Nene and all the rest of them saying, I can run for political office too. And no, you don't know where your hand and your foot begin. You know, like really, come on now. And I'm glad that the people in Georgia spoke, and I'm glad they smarted to that, because man, it's so much craziness going on. Why add more to the pot with that, you know?
And I think
You know what? Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. On that note, Bobo, now can we just real quick redirect, regroup, and refocus with some life coaching from Jeff Relaford, please?
Go on, Bobo.
Go on, Bobo.
Bobo now.
That was a good segue.
But Jeff ain't here.
Well, it's Bobo's moment today. All right. So the 1 minute thought for y'all today is this. It is analyze your giving. Now I'm explaining to you what I mean by analyze your giving. A lot of times what we tend to do is we tend to put our different gifts and talents into areas that tend to take away rather than add to us. You have to be willing to go ahead and recognize when people are actually receiving what you are saying and not receiving what you are saying. Now, I'm not saying when you analyze your giving that you're not supposed to help others. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is monitor where the giving is going and make sure that you're being received properly, because you could give away so much of your time and your energy to people that don't care at all about what you're trying to do. So put that time and effort into people that really care, rather than wasting your time on people that's not gonna move at all.
Ooh, that was good.
That's right. I got to throw it down.
Life Culture. He got his own podcast on Monday. He got another show. What's the name of the show?
Not yet. We ain't letting that out yet.
Okay, we ain't letting it out yet. It's the name of the show. And look, y'all check him out and support him. Okay, y'all got Life Coach today. All right, we didn't have it last week. Okay, technical difficulties, but he's here. He's back. We got him. All right, let's read a couple of these comments. Eleanor says Herschel Walker was an inadequate, substandard individual the Republicans thought Georgia residents would vote for. Byron says Walker is now running for the presidency of the werewolf.
The werewolf society.
In Earthing, I'm running.
Earthing. Ellen said Earthing.
Shout out to the Queen, Bella Bonita. She said you guys.
Yes, Bella, we are applauding you every day.
Every single day, man. You already know. Girl, what?
Yes.
I might just have your little spot up here. I think this is it right here.
Every show I go, it's a beater on my feet, high top or low.
And Bella, don't let them talk you into going to Russia.
Please.
Don't bring no weed, girl.
Show up on that dope living showing up.
Hey,
what is this dope? No, this is dope living.
Whatever you got to do, come on back home. You know what I'm saying? She look, Brittany has put the template out there of what not to do. All right. So we good. We're all good. Okay. Shout out to Bonita. Okay, keep shining, Queen. All right. So again with the Herschel Walker and the Rafael Warnok. His name is Rafael, y'all. Right? Rafael Warnok. So does that now kind of push Trump's agenda out the window?
No, it does not.
No, it never does. Because there's always gonna be one, sir. There's always gonna be one that I call the crazy.
Yeah.
And the crazy gonna have a few followers following his crazy. So
but are those few followers enough to make a difference?
You know what I think
last time we didn't think it was.
I think a lot of people are now turning from him because and I want to say with the Republican Party, because it's making them look crazy. They're saying that a lot of people who consider themselves to be Republican are like, hold on, we don't want to be associated with that part of the circus right there. Because it was, to me, it was becoming his party versus the Republican Party. His agenda versus the Republican agenda. And so it was like Republicans, Democrats, and his party. And, you know, and then that's splitting the votes between those who consider themselves Republican. And that's one thing you don't do in your party. Whereas then, you know, you're splitting and making your own party divisive. So now it's like, oh, wait. You can't, you know, get the votes that are needed.
Mo, what you got?
Well, what I have is exactly what Marcelo is saying. I'm actually going to put some more to it, though. The thing about the Republican Party, all of us have probably conservative friends. I have a bunch of conservative friends being, you know, been down here in the South in the red states. I have a bunch of them that are conservative. And, you know, they're asking, so what does, you know, ask really stupid questions sometimes, but, you know, I try to answer with restraint without going, you know, on them. So, you know, but I try to answer with restraint because, you believe it or not, you would not believe how naive these folks are as far as being social, you know, being able to social with each other. And the other side, they think ultimate power and ultimate everything going their way is the way. It's not. It's not. And the country has changed so much. Is that they're talking about they're losing power. That's the reason why you had somebody like Trump get in there, because it was enough people twisted that way. And of course, a little cheating, because it was a lot of cheating. What they were talking about us cheating, but how did they recognize it or claim it? Because there was a lot of cheating in some of those states that he needed. And that's the reason why he can't get none of this stuff up off the ground. Anybody that he's backing can't get up off the ground. They have been fooled, and a lot of them are just turning away, saying, I'm done with it. So
well, that's a good statement there, man. I don't know. This world crazy, man. Jeff, what you got, man?
I have a question.
What it be?
So when Trump was in office, what that showed was that, and I want to say this, I believe he was the first person to actually try to go against status quo in the White House, serving at such a high position as president. You know what I mean? He was the first and only president, I believe, when we start looking at history, who didn't want to go in the way of government, so to speak. You know what I mean? So see, this, and it's just a thought to think about. You know what I mean? So when do we as a people say, hey, let's question some of these things, and let's see if we could get somebody in there who might want to go against status quo. You know what I mean? Push the limit with a few things. I ain't saying be as extreme as he was.
Yeah,
but at least question some of the things that are out there, and then see if we can get a response from the American people. Because I will say this, when you start asking questions and it starts to ruffle the feathers of a political party, whether it's Democrat or Republican, that's when you start to see some stuff shake.
Yeah.
So my question is it okay to have somebody in office who wants to go against status quo, or just literally, I mean, let me say it like this, go against status quo to find a better way to serve the people, rather than doing the same old results that we've seen for so long that ultimately kind of don't do anything for us. That's what I got for y'all.
So getting away from the traditions.
Yeah, getting away from the traditions.
That's what partly got him elected too.
Yeah.
But you have to stick to some of it, though. Okay.
I'm not saying throw it all out the window, but try something.
But he went crazy. So I mean, when you start going out there on the crazy end, you know, people start backing off, especially when folks start going to jail. You know?
His craziness because he put them out there. I mean, clearly, even with the insurrection on January the 6th, clearly he got on that stage and told everybody.
Yeah.
I remember him saying, charge the White House. I'll be there with you. He said, I'll be there with you. And what did he do? He tucked tail and went somewhere else where I don't know where he went, and then they told him that this is going on. And he said, so, you know, but you still can consider, people still will consider him
a leader,
presidential material,
because they have some of the same ideas that he have. Some antiquated ideas of wanting to go back,
power
and wanting to go back to some of the ways that used to be. And it's I like what you said, Jeff, because it's that's good in a sense, because if things aren't working, what can we do to change some things? And I'm not talking about being divisive, amongst the people. Again, being united. Everyone's not going to like it, but what's better for the bigger picture and the majority of our people? So if that means going a little bit against the grain, for me, I would say that would be okay. Just not no BS.
Well, I mean, once he's elected, once whomever is elected, because I honestly don't think Biden's going to go for a second term.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yes, he is. He's going for a second term. He's not going to have the same vice president, though.
I don't know if he's
what is vice president? You had something you want to say? Last comment.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about what Jeff said, and so what he said made me think about the Arizona senator who switched from Democrat to liberal.
Right?
It could have been. Now I'm thinking, why would she do that at a time like this? But maybe it's because of it could be the thoughts that you were having. Let's not have one party have so much power. If I just go liberal, then we back on the same playing field.
Right.
No,
and she pretty much said that. She pretty much said that. What Jeff was, kind of saying. She voted mostly, they said, towards Democrats, but then there were some other things that she was like Jeff was saying. We need to do a little bit something different. But what I don't like is, does that then take away from the count for the Democratic Party? Because
that's a good question.
The independents usually roll with us,
because it wasn't just her. It was a couple of them that kind of, someone else changed from. Well, no, someone actually went to the Republican Party who was voting in as a Democrat and changed over to the Republican Party after they were voted in. Now, for something like that, I think, look, okay, then no, pull you out. But then too, it doesn't matter, because even if they're a Democrat and they go over to the Republican Party, they can still vote.
But at the end of the day,
so it really doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, everybody has a choice. That's what it's going to be. We can't make anybody do anything different. Mo, you want to say something final?
Yeah. But we all must remember, the reason why we have a Democratic, independent, reason why we have those parties is because somebody thought about something different. I mean, that's the reason why we had a party. Something different back in the day was, civil rights. And the Democrats flipped over to that spot and took us in under that. Something different was, gay rights, Biden, and Obama. It was something different, something that somebody didn't like. I mean, all of us are not going to always like the same thing, but a consensus has to be had. Somebody's got to win and somebody's got to lose.
Absolutely. And on that note, hot topics, man, for the day. Brittney Griner and the Georgia runoff. All right. We had a great conversation. I hope you guys had a good time listening to the views and opinions. Ron Reed. All right. Mo, let's get out of here, Mo. Give us some words.
Views and opinions. First of all, Brittney, you finna be a rich woman. You finna be a very rich woman, because there's all kind of movie deals and stuff. We're glad you're back on this side of the water, though. But And as far as this political stuff going, dude, what we got to realize as Americans that, you know, it ain't about black and white no more, because a good percentage of this country is mixed up. You know, if you talk about putting black folks back into slavery or white folks into slavery, you're going to be talking about, you know, some of my family, some of everybody else on this family got some white or black in them, you know. So, hi, Brenda.
Go ahead, Marcy.
Okay. What do I want to say today? I agree with Moby. It's not black and white. It's not Republican and Democrat. It's not just, you know, we're, again, like I've been saying all night long, stand united. Think about other people. Have compassion. You're not going to always agree. Keep the hatred out. Love, love, love. Try to outlove each other. And I think the world will be a better place.
Absolutely, Coach.
Change, people. Change. Let's do something different. Let's shake something up. Ain't nobody saying go to the extreme. Have your opinion, have your voice, but be respectful when you have your opinion and your voice. And when you're in competition with somebody, don't act a plumb fool out here. Actually know what you want to say. Formulate the right words and get your view across. So let's just do it the right way.
Second time I heard plum fool in a week.
Yeah, you ain't gonna hear it. I had to throw that out there. You know, I am the young man here, but you know, I'm rolling with some of y'all, so I have to bring it out there a little bit. I ain't mean it like that. Yeah, that was a good joke though, but I ain't mean it like that though. No. I knew y'all was.
We can't throw.
I knew y'all was gonna look at me sideways when I said that.
Something different.
Hey, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Hey, it's not black or white. It's green. I'm kicking it over to you, big bro.
Hey, well, okay, look. And I don't really say too much on this little part. I just close it out, okay? But peep this. All of those things are happening on a grandiose scale, okay? That's up there big, okay? We got to exact change on the level that we're at first. We have to understand what's going on around us, our community, and try to make a change. But before we can do any changes for all of that, for anything, we got to change ourselves. We got to look at ourselves and make sure that we know who we are.
Right.
And the minute we know who we are, then we can take that next step and start exacting some type of change for others. All right. I got me. What about you? Not y'all, but what about you? All right. Tomorrow. Look, man, we got a couple of nice little subjects tomorrow. Okay. First of all, Shanquella Robinson. What really happened? And who's to blame? We're going to talk about that tomorrow. That's all I'm going to say right there.
I got a lot to say about that.
And the DCFS controversy, man. You know, the scandal just continuously unfolds, all right? And we're going to talk about that tomorrow as well, all right? So you don't want to miss this week because we don't normally get a chance to talk about these subjects. David Dabney says, cough. No Herschel's cough. We appreciate you chiming in as well, Dave. So thank you. And thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you guys tomorrow with more hot topics. All right. Until then, this is all of us, Dope Living TV Live. We will we'll see.